Hey Josh, this is Frank from Max Digital, and I wanted to shoot you over this quick video with some specific things that you guys can do yourselves to help bring in more business just by better utilizing both your website and your Google Business Profile. All right, so I see you guys provide commercial HVAC services to Atlanta. So I ran a Google search for commercial HVAC Atlanta, and this is the search results page that comes up. And since 90% of the people never click past the first page, if you're looking to grow the business in this area, you're going to want to take up as much real estate on this first page as possible. So if you're not looking to pay Google advertising dollars to get into this first section here, then you're going to want to focus your efforts in getting into the second and third sections of the page. The second section here is known as the Google Map Pack and consists of the three businesses with the strongest Google Business Profile. I see you guys already have a Google Business Profile set up, and it looks like you're keeping it active. So that is step one to getting into the Map Pack. But then once you do that, really what you need to do is get your business listed in as many online directories as possible. Definitely more than these guys, because that's what Google is basing things on. Google's a popularity contest. They send out their web crawlers to see who are the most frequently mentioned commercial HVAC companies in Atlanta, and that's how they decide who to stick in here. So for this particular search, that's what you'd want to get into more online directories than these guys are listed in. So there's thousands of online directories like Yelp.com, Angie's List, Nextdoor.com, and so forth. Many of them are free to join. It just takes time to go out to each of those sites and enter in your business name, address, and phone number exactly the way it's listed here with Google in the Google Business Profile. You want to make sure you don't confuse Google by being inconsistent in how you enter in the name, address, and phone number. So it needs to all look the same, so Google sees it all as one company, and then you can outnumber the number of directories or mentions online that you have as compared to these guys. So that's the map pack. 30 to 40% of the traffic is definitely going to go to the businesses in the map pack, so it's critical to get in there if you are looking to grow. Then the next section down here is known as the organic listings, and to rank high in the organic section, it's based on the strength of your content and your backlinks profile. So I want to compare your content and backlinks to Peachtree Service Experts, which is the #1 HVAC website in Atlanta. And so looking at your website here, it looks like a good website. It's clear what you guys do. But I did notice that you are short of what Google looks for in terms of number of words on your homepage for them to consider you an authoritative site or an expert in the niche. You want to have, it's going to help your ranking if you get to that 1,500 threshold, say. Definitely going to help your ranking if you are having more words on there or content than your competitors have. So it looks like you have about just short of 500 words on this page. So it's definitely an area that I would recommend increasing. And then when you do that, the second most important thing to worry about on your content is you want it to be rich in local buyer intent keyword phrases. So keyword phrases are just the phrases that you want your business to be found for online. And since you're a service provider, you're going to want your keyword phrases to be local buyer intent keyword phrases, meaning that they reference both the services you provide and the location you provide the services in. So I do use a tool here called Ahrefs that tells me different statistics or analytics behind different websites. And so I can see here that you are currently ranking for 149 different keyword phrases. And I can see some of these have your name in them, so that's when somebody's Googling you directly. So here's the one that you want to be ranking for. This is a local buyer intent keyword phrase because it references the service you provide and the location. And this is the volume column here, so you can see there's 60 searches per month that's being done on that, and you're currently ranking number 6. So you have that in there, but it's not listed very often because you don't have a lot of content. And so it will help if you expand the content that you have and make it dense in that local buyer intent keyword, because that is the most searched term for commercial HVAC companies. And that will allow Google to see that your content matches up well to what's being searched. If you only have it listed, say, once or twice, it's not going to match up as easily, or they won't see it to match up as easily as, say, if your competitor has it listed on their site, significantly more times. So, and you can list it both in the words as well as in the photos. You can embed those local buyer intent keyword phrases into the photos as well, which will help in the number of times that Google sees it. One last thing on your website, I would say, it says here it's not a secure site, so that can scare customers that are concerned about security on their computer or device. So one thing to do would be to make sure that you get that set up on a secure server. So that's it on the actual content. As far as backlinks go, because I mentioned it's kind of the last piece of the puzzle, backlinks are links from your site to other sites, or from other sites to your site, I should say, pointing back at you. And they give legitimacy to your site in Google's eyes because they act as an endorsement of your website by those other sites. And so you want to have more backlinks than your competitors have. And you don't only want them to be more in quantity, but you also want them to be higher quality backlinks. Some sites are spammy, some are more authoritative. You want the authoritative sites that are trusted by Google already to be linked to your site, and you can tell that by the DR score of the site that you're linking to. Every site has a DR and a UR score, and the DR score is your trust score with Google. So a good site, strong site, has a DR score of 30 or higher, which you guys are pretty close to. But you just want to make sure you're linking to high quality sites or highly trusted sites. So I just wanted to look at your competitor over here. So they only have 3 backlinks from 3 referring domains. So you have way more backlinks than they do. They are getting some power. Backlinks provide power, by the way. They are getting some power from their root domain. This is just a back page for them, so they don't have much link to the back page, but they do have a DR score of 28 because of the links that they have to their back page and home page. But if you look at their keywords, they have basically the same thing. So really what you're going to want to do is what's holding, I think, your ranking back in the organic section is just the amount of content you have on your page, because you're not able to, with only 400 to 500 words, you're not able to mention your service and the area all that frequently. So it becomes harder for Google to match you up. So that is what I would suggest to get into the map pack and to increase your visibility on the organic rankings. Get onto that first page so that you can participate in some of that monthly traffic that I was showing you earlier. Hope that information was helpful. If you wouldn't mind leaving me a reply to the email just to let me know if it was helpful so I can continue to add value to small businesses, that'd be greatly appreciated. Any questions, feel free to ask those as well. And I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.